that stance is what made him so successful in college, and now Chip Kelly immediately wants to change it, Joe. If he stands with his knees bent, he's not going to be as good.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did just post a video about this where I took Chip Kelly's press conference yesterday where he's talking about the stance, and he said he just barely moved him 3 inches, so it's not that big of a deal. But in my eyes, 3 inches is a lot. Like, I think that could be somebody's world, Tony. Like 3 inches is monumental in some places. You know what I mean? Like, but basically what he's saying is he's moving them just for leverage wise, but it's not. I don't know. I'm trying to look at it, but if it's not broke, why try to fix it? Like if that's the way he feels comfortable doing it, and that's the way he's been doing it. Now does it give Raider fans an excuse if Jeanty has a bad season or it doesn't start off well? You know it's coming. Well, why'd they change his stance? They should have just let him do it. Like, it's the NFL. Like, I saw even like Raider favorite or whatever, everybody bows down to him, John Gruden, right? Even John Gruden said the first thing he would have done with Jeanty was change his stance too. So there's a lot of people out there that say that they would have changed it. Like, I don't know. What did they see on tape? What advantage does it make? He's 5'8". He can't get much lower, right? How much lower do you want him to get? He's already down there. He's already going to go against 6'4" guys coming at him.
So here's the exact quote, Tony, really quick. This is what Chip said. He said, I haven't told anybody on this team to be in any stances because I don't coach positions, but it's a bent knee game. If you look at the before the ball snapped in baseball or the pitcher throwing the baseball, everyone's got their knees bent. In any athletic sport you're playing, you got bend to your knees. That's a short quote. But basically, is trying to say, I didn't tell him to change his stance. I just told him don't stand so straight up in his stance.
Yeah, he's contradicting himself there a little bit, right? I didn't tell him to change his stance. I just told him not to stand like how he's standing.
Just suggested that Randy Johnson bended his knees, so maybe.
Yeah, the tallest pitcher ever.
Do exactly what you're doing, but different. Like, do that, but not that.
To me, I would think the advantage in bending your knees actually back there is running backs of his size and height. They can use the linemen to block tacklers and linebackers' vision and juke them out from behind the linemen. So I would want to be like that. So that way they can't see your first movement either direction if you're short enough back when those linemen pop up.
So everything about what you do in football, I think more so than a lot of sports, is like taking out any wasted movement. When you look at like what route runners are doing or defensive linemen are using on the pass rush, it's like that wasted movement. So if you're straight up, even that fraction of a second that it takes for you to get down to here, instead of just exploding towards where the play is designed to go or whatever it is, even that little extra bit, maybe that's what they're trying to get out, is to like have that. My thing is, it doesn't matter if he didn't do it, all of a sudden Raiders fans would be like, this is why we're bad. We didn't coach him to be down in a crouch like every other running back. Now that he's going to try and change the stance if he's bad, it's like, why are they changing his stance? There's going to be complaints no matter what. If a player is not successful and they're drafted this high and paid this highly at that position, there's going to be issues because the expectation level for Jeanty is like, this guy is taking us to the playoffs. This guy is taking us to a Super Bowl someday. Every comparison for Jeanty is like the loftiest one ever. And everybody goes, man, I hate to make comparisons. I don't want to do this, but he reminds me of fill in the blank Hall of Famer. Like, nobody ever just comes out and says like, hey, he could be really good. Maybe he's Clinton Portis, who's a really good running back. You know, like it's not just an average comparison. It's like LT, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. It's like, holy shit, guys. Like, give the kid a chance to get into the NFL and succeed. And I really like Jeanty. It sucks that he ended up on the Raiders. Like, I would have loved to cheer for him on like 27 other teams.
Yeah, he's a generational talent, Tony.
He very well could be.
You say that sarcastically, like you don't want him to be a generational talent. He is going to be probably a generational talent. The thing is like, we've seen generational talents just be the only generational talent on their freaking team. So we see that happen so many times throughout league history. And Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeanty aren't going to carry the Raiders to the playoffs by themselves. Another thing with the whole stance thing that it could be, from what little experience I have in football, is there could be something that he's doing when he comes down from standing straight up to taking the ball that's telling which way he's going. It might be so minute, might be so small, but I see a lot of left tackles, they'll tip, run, or pass based off their stance. They get called out on it by coaches. So maybe there's something in there. That first movement he's doing when he goes left is the same every time. That first movement he's doing when he's running outside and he's trying to get to the edge is the same each time. Once you're in that regular stance, it's the same every time, over and over again. You can't tell the difference. That could be something too. They work a lot with that on receivers off the line too. A lot of receivers, if they don't mix it up enough, you could start to just guess which way they're going to go based off their first step.
Tendencies. That's what it is. It's a game of like
really
whatever. You're always, when you watch film, they're looking for the smallest thing that will lead to what they can gain an advantage in. And if they feel
overall, like Joe, you don't really care at all, Joe, do you? Like, he could stand straight up, he could stand on with a bent knee. You don't really give a. I could tell.
No, at the end of the day, you better just score touchdowns, run the ball, and win some games. That's the main thing. Like, I don't give a damn. You can stand straight up, you can sit down and get up, whatever you got to do. Win the fucking game. That's it. Just win the game.
Yeah, if you don't care, I definitely don't care about his damn stance. So let's move on to one more thing, because with these comparisons that you were talking about, Tony, have to come some crazy predictions, right? And that's what I keep asking Raiders fans to do, to go ahead and give me what they think is going to happen statistically with Ashton Jeanty. Like, how does this work out? We talked about it last time we were on the air. Like, does he need to be as good as Zeke? Is that the measuring stick? Like, where do we need to go here? So I want us all just to give a quick and brief stat prediction for Ashton Jeanty this year, and whoever's closest at the end will win an Ashton Jeanty t-shirt jersey. If me and Tony win, we will be burning it or using it as toilet paper. If Joe wins, he can give it to Jake. So there you go. I'm putting it on the line right now. Ashton Jeanty t-shirt jersey, not a jersey, to the closest stat prediction. I'll go first. I'm just looking at recent rookie running backs, right? Last year, I think Bucky Irving had the biggest year. Who had the biggest year of the rookie running backs last year? Was it Bucky, right?
I think so.
Okay. So even Bucky, which I have his stat line right here, went for 207, 1,122 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Now, he split with Shaw White, and he didn't really take over the lead back role until later on in the season. So even if you go back a year before that, Bijan didn't break 1,000 yards rushing his rookie year. Gibbs didn't break 1,000 yards rushing his rookie year. So I think that this prediction is very nice, Raiders fans, and this is an unbiased pick. I'm actually predicting him to have a great rookie year and finish probably top 10 in both these stats with 215 carries, 1,150 yards rushing, and 9 touchdowns. That would be almost rookie of the year right there, Joe.
Well, Jeanty, I don't know if you know this, but Jeanty already told you what stats he's going to have.
Yeah, that's also why I wanted to bring this up, because his stat prediction was like 2,500 yards and.
No, he said 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
That's reasonable, at least. That's realistic.
But if you look at that, the most rushing yards by a rookie running back is Eric Dickerson, was 1,800. And I don't know how many games he played in. That only had to be 14 games probably.
That's just
I think the best rookie running back that we've seen in our time is probably Zeke, right? And then after that, like, I mean, to get 1,500 yards in the NFL, you got to be running that damn ball. You got to be going. That's a lot. Yeah, when I heard him say that, I was like, the confidence level, that's great. I love the confidence. I go, but that's a lot to put on a rookie. But it's not like he's not used to it. I mean, the guy's getting 300 carries in college, so I mean, they should be feeding the ball, right?
But you see, Joe, you're being really reasonable for once in your life here. Like, all the Raiders fans I talk to are offended by me saying he's going to have 1,000 yards rushing or around there.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I'm not. I mean, are we saying that 1,000 yards not good anymore? Like,
no, I'm saying that's a solid rookie year, but not top 6 overall. I wouldn't say, but I think that Hampton and Jeanty are going to have similar numbers by the end of their rookie seasons.
Well, that's because the value of the running back at number 6 That's where you start going. You
Also,
don't
but
look at the
that
stats, you
shouldn't,
look at
like, that's what I'm
time.
saying. Like, Jeanty should probably outproduce Hampton when you keep in mind the Chargers have a split backfield or even a triple backfield possibly. So, like, it shouldn't even be close by the end of the year, but it is going to be close because it doesn't make sense to draft a running back top 6. It doesn't.
Don't say that because Raider fans will come
Now,
at me again.
if he has the 1,500 yards and he's just immediately that level of player, like, and just comes out the gate like that, then I'll be in. Tony, go ahead and give us your prediction. You're
So
probably the most reasonable or unbiased.
It is going to be unbiased, and I don't know, probably Chargers fans wouldn't like me to say this, but I think that the number's probably around 1,250. I think the efficiency is lower for year one. I think the carries, the touches are probably a little bit higher than what you had them. So
Yeah, 215.
yeah, if I would have him probably up somewhere between 260 and 275
Ooh,
in the carry department, because he is going to want to run the football a lot. He is going to be the lead. I don't think there's really any competition on the roster, especially with where you picked him. So I would say probably about 265 carries, 1,250 yards, and I would go higher in the touchdown department, and I would go double-digit touchdowns with somewhere around 11 if I was going to put together a stat line for Rookie of the Year, and somebody that I think all-purpose wise can go over like 1,600 yards in year one, just based on the volume and usage within the offense, right? Like that's going to be a Rookie of the Year type season for Jeanty to have, because if you look around at like what do they really want to do and what are they going to be capable of doing, and it's like there's a lot of unknowns. He's the one where it's like, yeah, there's some unknown because he never played in the NFL, but like if you drafted him at this spot, then you're using him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have the Raiders are gonna have to feed him. They have to feed him, and like Tony said, like you have Mozart, you have some other running backs on the team that didn't pan out last year as well. So I mean, like, and you took him at number 6. You got to he's your cowbell, right? You got to keep going. And Pete Carroll probably learned to hand the ball off in the red zone, right? Like they know that Geno Smith leads the NFL in red zone interception, so why not lean on your running back right there when you get down there. So I think the touchdown wise, I think the touchdowns will be up there, especially like towards the end of the game. You can get some, a cheap touchdown here and there. So I would say that Jeanty's correct on. I would say he has over 10 touchdowns this year, rushing at least. And I think Tony's correct that they're going to try to find him out of the backfield a lot. That's what they're looking for. They're going to make him that weapon. They're going to try to find him in the passing game as well. But rushing yards, I don't know. I don't want to go too high and I don't want to go too low. But I'll go right in the middle of both of you guys. I'll say 1,100 just to be safe, as long as there's no injuries or anything like that. Because I mean, it's 17 games. Like 17 games, you can add those up. You don't have to have 100 yards every damn game. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, it's about 75 yards a game for the 1,250. And I just think that's why I said not as efficient, but he's going to get so much volume that if every week he's getting 20 plus carries in the run game, he's going to be averaging, 4.1 yards a carry. Like that stuff's going to add up to him having a really nice season. Like it's if he is not that guy and he's not that good or not out there, like it's going to be another tough season for Raiders fans. Like he has to show up and be the guy.
I'm here.
Well, and the Raiders are relying on a lot of hope this year, like a lot of rookie hope. Like everybody's like Jeanty is coming in there, but what are their weapons? Like I don't understand what's not going to stop other teams from stacking the box against the Raiders. Like I'm trying to think. Like you have Jacoby Myers, a good wide receiver, but is he a proven number 1 wide receiver? Probably not. Then you're hoping. Then they're like you have 2 rookie wide receivers that you're like, oh, they're going to break out. They're going to be great wide receivers. Hopefully, right? Like if they become good, then that opens it up. Yes, you have Brock Bowers, but he's also like you can move him around. But say I put my best cornerback on Brock Bowers, I'm not really worried about anybody else, and then you go from there. Like there's a lot of like to go. You were the worst offense in the league last year. You added a running back, cool, move you up. What else have you done to that offense besides bringing Chip Kelly and and some rookie wide receivers. Like there's a lot that we need to get going, and a lot of hope. Like people are already saying top 10 offense right here, and I'm like, can we pump the brakes a little bit and just at least see what they do in training camp?
Yeah, I've seen some pretty crazy takes. That's another thing that I'm bringing up with this topic, and it seems like where we really disagree is the touchdown. So I'm going under 10 touchdowns. You guys are betting on over 10 touchdowns. That's the real bet here. But yeah, that's something that I keep bringing it up too, is the fact that the Raiders had the 32nd rushing attack last year. Yeah, it's not going to be 32nd with Ashton Jeanty, but what did they do other than draft Ashton Jeanty to improve from 32nd? Because they weren't 32nd just because of the running backs only. That's not how that works. You know what I mean? And it's going to improve. Just Pete Carroll obviously is going to improve the rushing attack as well. But there are some projections that are absolutely insane on Jeanty. Before we move on to the next news topic, let's just also talk about our guy. The Chargers drafted running back in the first round as well. And J.K. Dobbins' stat line last year was 195, 905, 9 touchdowns rushing. I don't know if he had one. I think he had 1 receiving, so that would probably be 10 touchdowns. I think if Amari Hampton has a 1,000-yard season and 10 touchdowns, the exact same prediction I gave for Jeanty that I'm saying will be bad, I'll be absolutely elated for the Chargers to get that out of their guy. So it just depends, I think, on what your team needs, really.
Well, the three people in our division, even RJ Harvey for the Broncos, like that's the thing. Like that's like that was my draft day reaction right there. Like number 6, we could have had a lot more value. Still got a running back later on. So if all 3 of these guys end up with the same around the same time, but Jeanty has them beat by 200 more yards and maybe 1 more touchdown. Who wins draft day for that? Right? Who wins draft day? Like I'm not
the team that goes the furthest.
Yes, right. At the end of the day, what's the NFL about? It's about wins. It's not about the stats. It's not about having, we have the best running back, we have the best tight end, we have all the best this. At the end of the day, it's when you're walking around with the ring on your finger, and that's what you need to do. Like you need to win some damn games, not worry about individual stats. Look, I'll tell you right now, I don't give a damn if Jeanty wins Rookie of the Year. If the Raiders don't make the playoffs and if the Raiders aren't winning, then it doesn't fucking matter what he does.
Bill Flames, I went Mike on the mic. Yep. With something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.